Hi guys, this is Sarah from Cosplay.com. Today I'm going to show you how we made some of our most amazing props for the fan film. I'm starting a series of tutorials that are set tutorials to show you basically how to make some stuff from the games to make your photo shoots or fan films just, perfect. So today I am going to show you how to make the skull because, as you can see in the Tomb Raider in the Tomb Raider game 2013, there were so many skulls everywhere, and when we wanted to do our fan film, we wanted to be as authentic as possible, so we went ahead and looked up, foam skulls or plastic skulls for sale, and they were ridiculously expensive. The cheapest ones I found were like $22. We didn't really have a budget for this fan film, so we were like, you know what, I'm just gonna make them myself. So the process was really simple. I had to think about it first. I think I took like maybe a half a day to think about all my options, and then I had some air dry clay just sitting around, so I molded it into this. It might look a little too small for a human skull, as you can see, but the ones in the island are actually small and withered and dead, and so it didn't really matter because they look amazing in photos, and as you can see here. So I molded this by hand. I didn't have a mold for the mold, so I had to actually work at this. So now basically what you see me do is cover the entire skull in tin foil, or in this case I covered it up in wax paper. I recommend using tin foil because it gets into the nooks and crannies of the eye sockets and nasal cavity, I guess you could call it. And then what you want to do is tape it up, make sure that it's covered up all over. If you don't use tin foil or some kind of like buffer in between the paper mache and the mold, then it's going to stick on there and it's not going to come off. So yeah, just use one or the other. This is going to be very, very messy work, so I recommend that you work on a surface that you know that it's okay to stain with tacky glue. What you see me doing here is mixing water with tacky glue with a brush. The tacky glue and the water mixture have to have the consistency of, I would say, buttermilk. After that, you can see me mounting it on my tripod, and then I've got my gloves on, and I'm basically just using my hands, dipping the paper in the tacky glue and the water mixture. So then I just dip pieces of paper that I cut up. It doesn't have to be newspaper. You can use any old paper, and then I dip them in there, and then I just put them on top of the skull. Just basically build layer after layer until you've got 3 layers, and then you have to leave it to dry for about I would say 6 hours with a fan on it, 8 hours with no help. Just you leave it alone. So I wish I had the process of making the actual mold with the air dry clay, but it's pretty much just I guess intuition. Like you gotta just have a reference picture there, and then you just mold and mold and mold. I use an air dry clay because I was under like a strict budget, but you can actually use a Halloween decoration, and then you can cover that up with tin foil, and then use it as your mold. I guess that would be really actually proportionate to a human sized skull. So here it is, solid. So I'm going to show you how to remove this from the mold. And if you cut it like too large, don't worry, because we're gonna basically cut it down the middle, and then we're gonna paper mache it. We're gonna tape up the inside so it stays in place, and then we're gonna basically just paper mache the crack. And then let it dry, and then you can fill it with foam if you want to, like I did for our fan film, or you can just paint it. In the end, you'll see one of my best friends paint one for us. She did an amazing job. I'll show you all the painted ones that we had for the fan film. Just incredible work, and so realistic. So then basically all you do is just paper mache over this hole. First, you gotta get a piece of tape and put it on the inside, and this will hold it while you paper mache this gap here. And essentially, that is it, guys. This is your skull, and your mold is ready for the next one. When I was making these for the fan film, I did these like back to back. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys, and stay tuned for more coming soon. I'm going to do a lot more of these set props, so yeah, just stay tuned.